And my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. It's dinner time. I have a headache because the weather decided it was gonna turn on us from the beautiful, amazing spring weather we were getting. And right now, she's blustery. Look at that, there's snow. What the fuck is that about? So, yeah, it's flurrying real hard right now. Ugh. Hate it, and it's causing me to have a pressure headache that I can't get rid of. It's behind my eyes, but that's okay. It'll go away. I got food, I got Advil in me. We should be fine. I'm gonna go sit on my couch in a bit, but it is the start of a weekend. Hello, my beautiful friends. This week has been something. It's been something. It's been good, but it's been something because I was taking care of my dog. I was taking care of Bella for a couple days because mom and dad were down in the States, so I looked after the little bean, which was great. Definitely good fun. Couldn't be worse timing though, because I had to get a couple things. I had to basically have 2 magazines to press, or ready for press. One of them, I'm still waiting for one fucking guy to give me his stuff so I can get it ready and whatever. But I had to get a magazine to press this week. And I also had a book signing to go to. I went to the Tessa Bailey and Yuling Kwong signing on Wednesday, which was very fun. Went with my 3 friends, Kate and Hannah and Sophia, which was lovely. And then yesterday came home. My mom and dad came home in the afternoon, and then they went to the cabin, so they took the dog. But on my way home, I had decided to officially become an e-reader girly. I have contemplated long and hard about what to get. So I ended up getting the Kobo Libra, which is the buttons on the side. And I love it. I love it so much. And I'm going to be using it mostly for like, I don't really want to buy a lot of books through Kobo, which is why I picked a Kobo specifically, because Kobo is better out of a Kindle and a Kobo. It has a better interface for like putting your own books onto here through an EPUB file. And it has Overdrive built in. So like Overdrive connects to Libby and like my library. So that's gonna be then fucking tastic, and I will be using my library for a lot of ebooks, and if I can find any online, like any ARCs that I get, I can send to here. It'll be great. But yeah, that's why I got this one, because in Canada, which I am Canadian, it's easier to get library access. But yeah, you can kind of see the book that I am currently reading. It's Erin M. Evans's Brimstone Angels, which I got off of Kobo. I bought it because I was like, I need to read everything Erin M. Evans has ever written. So I picked this up, and it is a Dungeons & Dragons Forgotten Realms novel, so y'all know I love D&D so much, so I figured this would be fun. And so far I'm 14% into it and really enjoying it, so that's great. Other than this, I will also be working on Sage's story, which I kind of slacked on this week because I wasn't home, and my brain just really didn't want to work on it when I wasn't home. But I've like got the hankering for it, and I would like to continue reading the BLIGHTED STARS, even though, and An Echo of Things to Come by James Islington. I really need to finish that. And I also have 2 library books. 2 other books? I have so many fucking books in my place. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I have 1 library book in here where the audiobook is gonna leave me in a couple days, so I should probably read that. It's the JASAD HEIR. And then we have all this whole stack and that whole stack over yonder. 3 of them in that stack aren't library books, but they're on my TBR, my immediate TBR. Oh, the other book in here is How to End a Love Story by Yuling Kwong, which I got at the signing, which is very fun. I'm not a Tessa Bailey fan, but my friends really are. Sophia and Kate are just like super fans, so I went to support them and to be their camera person. But listening to Yuling Kwong talk and actually listening to Tessa Bailey talk too, I was like, maybe I'm being convinced. But Yuling Kwong is also the screenwriter, that's the word, for the Emily Henry adaptations that are coming out. So she's been working on People We Met on Vacation and Beach Read, which is kind of fun. But I have high hopes for her book because she's a screenwriter. I feel like she's gonna really know how to get something and get it to move, you know? Got that this week. This is the library book. So in a perfect world, I'll just hole up on my couch with all of the books and my Kobo and just read all of the things and create all of the things. Because I didn't do like barely any reading last weekend, and this whole week, absolutely nothing. I've gotten 14% through Brimstone Angels by Erin M. Evans, and I've listened to just an egregious amount of writing about dragons and shit. And the only music I've listened to is Taylor Swift today. So, because of course, I need a straw. I'm home now. I need to get my jeans off. I got a straw for my lemonade that I picked up at Wendy's. We got Wendy's for dinner because I could not be more bothered by the idea of making dinner tonight. So instead, it's chicken finger time. But yeah, welcome to the vlog, my lovely friends. I think it's gonna be a good one. I have literally nothing planned and I could not be more happy to just do nothing. To do nothing. I should also get some audiobooking done. I really should, because I'm so behind on schedule. It's just straight up not gonna happen for May. I can tell you that right now. So it's at this point, I just need it to be done and underway. I just need to get it done. And then we'll figure out deadlines and when it's gonna be released once it's done. Anyways, oh God, friends. Welcome to the vlog. It's gonna be a good one. I'm getting in cozies and then we're gonna decide what I do for my Friday evening. Whether I just sit on the couch and watch just a butt ton of YouTube and do nothing. Whether I read, whether I play Stardew, or whether this headache turns into something terrible and knocks me out, we'll find out. But I'm happy you're here. I hope you're ready. I'm ready to dive in to some chicken fingers and whatever book I end up choosing first. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. I'm so happy you're here. Get a coffee, get a drink, get a snack. Let's start this. Hello everyone. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Saturday. Please excuse the look of me. I'm just refreshed my hair. Wonderful. And so apologize if you can hear my neighbor's music. They are blasting it today for whatever reason. Happy Saturday. I was playing with fate yesterday, y'all. It started to be such a good day. And then after I filmed that clip, I sat on my couch and I broke my couch. You can't really tell, but there's a bar that runs along the back of my couch, lower back area of my couch. I sat and it snapped. And I would just like to put a formal complaint into the universe and to society so that we can, as a group of people, can we stop making furniture that snaps at the slightest provocation? Especially couches. Like, I've had this for only 2.5 years and it snapped? Listen, I know I'm a big person, but that shouldn't happen. Anyways, I'm just bubbling some water. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of bubbling. So that I can make an iced coffee. When I talk to my parents today, I'm gonna ask my dad if he remembers if we got a warranty on this couch. Because that would be great if the warranty was still active. Because no piece of furniture should break this easy. Like, it's from a nice furniture place. Anyways, I'm also decided, like, last night after that happened, I like moved everything over to the other side of the couch because I was like, well, I'm not going to sit on it anymore. And now this morning I moved everything back because I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't really care. It's already broken. How can I make it worse? I'm going to just sit in that corner. I don't care. Because as soon as I did that and I moved everything to the other side of the couch, I like perched on the other side of the couch so uncomfy. And then I just got up and I ended up, because I have been having this issue. This is just furniture time with Jen. My bed I've had this bed since I was 12 years old and I'm 26. So it's 14 years old. I have never had this issue, even in my 2 previous houses, like the one that I grew up in and then the one that I moved into with my parents in university. Never had this issue until I moved into my place, because this place has no carpet on the floors. And I've had my bed on carpet before then for like, since it existed. It's always been on carpet. So I never had this issue. But when I moved into here, my bed frame started to break on me and it would like come undone and like my mattress would fall at like 4 a.m, of course. It was always like the worst time. My poor neighbor downstairs must have been like, what the fuck's happening? She's coming through the ceiling. So that happened multiple times. We fixed it sort of. We put like, I got my parents to like bring like, my dad, I think dad brought like a bunch of 2x6s and we ended up adding slats into the bed because there was only 3 support slats that are like this thin with like one spindly leg. So of course it's falling, and it still does it. Like it still shifts out of place. And like the big 2x6s, which fit tight into the frame, they also fall too after a while. So I stole a rug from my parents. Last night I was like, we're gonna just make this more stable And so now there's a rug under here, so it's gonna move less. And even last night after I like disassembled the whole bed and did the rug and like vacuumed under the bed because there was like 2 years of dust under there and whatever. Even when I got into bed, it felt so much more stable. Just having like refreshed all the slats and like moved everything around and saddled it on a carpet. So fixed one furniture issue. Now we just have a broken couch to deal with. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Anyways, I went to bed at like 11 because I was like, I'm not gonna play with fate. I'm not gonna sit on my couch and play with fate anymore. I'm just gonna sit in bed and not move. So that is what I did. And then I ended up, one, scrolling through TikTok for forever. And then ended up being like, okay, like I want to try this thing on my Kobo because my Kobo is brand new. I wanted to try getting a library book out because I wasn't entirely sure how that was going to appear in my library of ebooks on the Kobo. And I wanted to figure out how it worked. So I kind of like scrolled through Overdrive a little bit, and then I scrolled through it on my phone to see if I could find like a title that had like just an immediate borrow, because I can put a lot of things on hold. I needed to be able to borrow the book immediately. And then I remembered that our like book club book, the next book club book is Outlawed by Anna North. So I looked that up and it was ready to borrow immediately. So I picked that up and then I actually started reading it. And I'm 33% of the way through. Apparently it's very short because there's only 2 hours left, apparently, according to my reading speed in the ebook, which is kind of nice. So I might finish that today, depending on my mood. I also tried to read the JASAD HEIR last night, but I had started the audiobook and then I sat on my couch and broke it. So like it totally diffused the mood of reading JASAD HEIR. So I might start reading that again today. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. For now, we make a coffee. I use, for my iced coffees, by the way, if anyone's ever been curious, I heat up my kettle to like 50 degrees roughly. I don't let it fully boil because I find if I let it fully boil, the like coffee granules, because this is instant coffee, burns and it tastes bad. But if you don't let it boil all the way, it actually doesn't taste too bad, you know? It actually tastes pretty fucking good because then it like brings out all the flavors. So you make like an espresso shot at the bottom. This is more than an espresso shot, but that's fine. And then I got my two. This is silk vanilla creamer, and this is just lactose-free milk from Medtrel because hot girls have tummy problems. Easiest way to make iced coffee. Because then you don't have to wait for your coffee to get cold. I always want to do an espresso shot or more than an espresso shot, because if you just do like regular drip coffee, it's gonna be super watery when you put the ice in it. So you want to make it really, really, really condensed, like an espresso shot or two, or however many you end up putting in your coffee. Yeah, that was yesterday, and that's why I didn't talk to you yesterday, because I was feeling annoyed at the world for making me accidentally break furniture, you know? It's never a fun time accidentally breaking furniture. That's okay. Ooh, the coffee taste is so strong today. Jesus Christ. That's probably because I put a lot of coffee in there. And I'm a sweet tooth, and I'm a baby, so just put a little more of that in there. Anyways, yeah, today, no plans. I'm gonna rot on the couch. And I'm gonna read. And I also would like to work on some of Sage's trilogy, because it's been a little while since I've worked on it. So I'd like to get back to that properly. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening today. I should also go to the grocery store at some point, but your girl does not want to leave her place. So I'm just gonna jam to my neighbor's music. And cause like, I don't know who that is. I don't recognize it, but anyways. Well, at least I got the pleasant, dulcet tones of my neighbor's music. And now my fridge that just kicked in. But yeah, what a day. What a day. I'm gonna make food because I haven't eaten yet, but welcome to Saturday. Let's make today better than yesterday. Good Lord. this now a little later, and I finished The Blighted Stars by Megan O'Keefe. I decided today I was just in the mood to finish the sci-fi, and I also shouldn't start another book before continuing, because I had 5 books on my currently reading list on Goodreads, and it was about to be 7 if I put the JASAD HEIR on there, so, or 6 if I put the JASAD HEIR in there, so I did the thing and I finished a book. I feel like since I read The Empire of Exiles twice, like pretty much back to back, I needed to get out of this weird slump that I'm in, because it's like, it's a feeling of not wanting to read. Not that I don't equate that with a reading slump. I don't get reading slumps as a person. I just don't. And the last reading slump I was in, like a proper reading slump, which is where like nothing I pick up is good enough. I just can't finish a book. That was when I was like 11 years old and I was reading Harry Potter for the first time. So that was the last time that I felt that true experience of like not being able to finish a book, because I can still do it, but this weird like emotion slump, I'll call it, even that's not the right word for it, but just like a feeling of not wanting to commit to the bit and like commit to reading something all the way through, or like that's kind of on the line of a reading slump, but to me, it's also because I'm just not in the mood to read. I am now. Like, I wasn't this past week because I was writing, and I was doing 2 weeks actually because I was doing like writing things. I am more in the mood to read now because I just want to consume stories. So weird, I know. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, finished The Blighted Stars, and y'all, it was so good. What the fuck? I don't even know how to wrap my mind around this one, because oh my god, the technology in here is so cool. It's like, so I explained a little bit of it in my last vlog really terribly, but essentially, right off the top of this, we are in a world that is, one, there is like big families. Merit is this like big overarching thing, and there's big families that control different things in this world. And one of the things that's being controlled is the mining of a mineral called relkite. And relkite is extremely important to the survival of humanity because all of their systems run on relkite. And this one family, the Mercators, who is like our main character, Tarquin, he is a Mercator. He's the son of the Mercator family. And the Mercators control the mining. Up until the beginning of this book, they have been the only families who do mining, because their processes are very, very, very thorough and are the like 100% we can get all the relkite off of these planets and leave them okay afterwards, even though they're not leaving them okay. Even though what's coming in behind is this terrible, terrible like fungus called the Shroud that then eats everything that is alive, including the fungus that they use to mine things called canis. They use the canis to mine without bothering anything else. It goes directly for relkite. And so they find the relkite, and that's how they mine it. But the Shroud comes in, and it's called the Shroud because it comes in and just fucking kills the planets in behind the canis very slowly and brutally, and it's awful. At the beginning of this, our main character Tarquin is trying to prove that the statements from this group called the Conservators, which are essentially like rebellious people, their statements that the Mercators are responsible for the deaths of these planets and they need to be taken down. He is determined to find proof that that statement is wrong, because in his findings, like the two fungus things, like the canis and the Shroud, have nothing to do with each other. And so he's like, that's just not possible. Like, we are not the people who are causing the Shroud. Like, we are not the cause of the Shroud. And he wants to find exact proof of this. So he is going on a mission with his father and with the team to, is it called Satellite 6? Sixth Cradle, this planetary system called Sixth Cradle. And when they get there, however, they are attacked by something, which is still not answered in this, like what they are attacked by. Something goes wrong. There's 2 ships, the Amaranth and the Einkorn. The Amaranth is what homie Tarquin is on. And in this moment where things are going down and things are happening, and like they're basically like, we have to escape this ship, otherwise like we're gonna die. His father is reprinting a person. And so in this world, this tech, they can save your neural pathways, and they have like the pathways are visible on their skin everywhere, and these pathways like record memories, record thoughts, record like personality and everything. You can be reprinted into a new body, and it is your mind and everything, but you do have to update these neural pathways. You have to upload them to a system, essentially, so that like if you die, like the latest reprint of you is reborn with all your information, whatever. There's this moment, and also this thing of like you can be cast places, so you can essentially like lay on this bed, have everything from your neural pathways pulled into this, and then your body killed in the moment that your brain is like cast off into the place where your neural pathways are being held for you. So in this world, you can be reprinted. And in this moment that they're trying to escape this ship, Tarquin, his father dies in this moment, in this attack by all of these misprints, they're called, which are people who are being printed wrong, like physically wrong, and they're empty shells. They're just monsters because like arms are being grown out of backs and ears are being grown out of heads. Like they're all wrong. They're all warped and wrong and empty shells, misprints. They're not being printed with people's soul, like minds or neural pathways in them. But they attack the ship, kill his father, and then Tarquin's like, what if I don't follow my dad's last command for me to cast home? What if I continue with this mission and get the proof that I want? So the person that gets printed, he believes is Ex Lockhart, his EX, who is his like father's like protector or whatever. But the person in EX Lockhart is not EX Lockhart. It is the like his enemy, the person that he essentially sent to jail, quote unquote. It's her neural pathways are like under lock and key by the Mercator family because of what she did. She is a revolutionary. Her name is Naira Sharp. She gets reprinted accidentally into Lockhart and into the body of Lockhart. So she pretends to be Lockhart this entire time as they like flee the ship, and a bunch of people, all these survivors, get into a pod and crash land on Cradle 6. Only to find that the entire planet is already dead with the shroud. It was not a verdant planet ready to be mined. There is no Relkite there. There's just the shroud. And there's also something else going on. So it's this like this moment of trying to figure out, like trying to get proof essentially that the mining by the Mercator family isn't actually causing all of this strife. But then it turns into this like survival mission, this unveiling of a different plot happening, a love story that is bound to fail. Because it just like the way that things are described, and the fact that like neural pathways, you have to upload your neural pathways to remember things. Otherwise you won't remember, except for the last time you upload your neural pathways. So like it's very like, I don't know, there's like a love story, and there's like all this truth being found out, and there's so many things in this book that I just didn't know what the fuck was happening in the best way, because it was like the way that Megan O'Keefe crafted this book was an expertly done whole narrative with the unveiling of clues and what's happening and what really is the truth behind this and what really is going on, and why the other ship, the twin ship, like doesn't just immediately come and save them because something's going wrong with that ship. And it's like this whole plot, and then at the end we're left like with this like bittersweet taste in our mouths, but like the start of something big. And I need the next books. I need it. Wow. That was really good. That was honestly so good. I think I compared it in my last vlog to The Children of Time, which the only thing that's really similar to The Children of Time for me is the moment that they crash onto this planet. And in The Children of Time, there's a moment where, because in The Children of Time, you're following like two very separate stories. You're following like the spiders on this world that are evolving at a rapid rate. And then you're following the people who are like trying to be the last saviors of humanity or whatever. There's a moment where the saviors of humanity land on the planet before they flee, because they're like, holy shit, massive spiders. That moment when they've landed, and it's this moment of like, okay, now we have to figure out how to survive. We have to figure out how to survive on this planet, and like what is on this planet. That is basically this whole book, but so much better, because I really hated The Children of Time. This was so good. And the romance, Megan O'Keefe, you better fix your shit with the end of this book, because oh my god. Oh, but it was so good. It was fabulous. It was so good. Anyways, really enjoyed that. Now it is 20 to 8. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I picked up my Kindle because the cover on my Kindle right now is the BLIGHTED STARS, which is what I was listening to on Kobo, which is why it updated on this. But it's not what I wanted. Turn on, please. I want it to be updated to The Outlaw or Brimstone Angels, which I'm both reading on this. That's what I've been doing today. I decided to not sit on that side of my couch, the broken side of my couch, because I did try and it just sagged and there's no support. So I'm sitting on this side of my couch, which is the side that I used to sit on a lot. Swap every few months. But that makes me very sad. And I really hope that, I told my dad, because I was like, Dad, I broke my couch. Do we have a warranty on the couch? And he said he doesn't know if that's even a thing. And I was like, I hope it fucking is, because a couch breaking in less than 3 years of owning it, like, there should be a warranty on it. So he's gonna ask his buddy who we bought the couch from on Monday. So we'll see. If all else fails, I'll just have to use some money that I've got saved to buy a new couch for myself, because I can't, like, unless I can DIY a fix, I can't keep a broken couch in my place, because, like, if I have people over, you can't really sit on this couch on that side, which is not good. Just annoying. Anyways, I don't want to find a new couch. That's been my day. I probably should make dinner, because it is, as I said, like 20 to 8, quarter to 8 now. That's the update. I finished a book. Don't know what I'm going to rate it, but it was definitely a really good time. Highly recommend. I'm excited for the sequel. I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hello friends, happy Sunday. Hello. I'm here. I just finished watching the Star Wars trilogy. What a random thing. I decided to watch it last night. I put it on as like background noise because I'm like, I have a hankering for some Star Wars, which is the weirdest thing. I have never seen Star Wars content except for this past year. Like, never have seen Star Wars content. And my friends, I think it was earlier this year. I could be wrong. I do not remember. I think it was last year too. Who the fuck knows? It was last year. It was last year. But my friends were like, oh, like we should watch the original trilogy. And so I went over and we like watched the original first 2 movies of the original trilogy, because we were talking and we were busy and I didn't really pay attention to like what was happening. So I was like, I should actually do that. I should actually watch Star Wars properly. Did I last night? No. I ended up putting on the first one, and I missed the majority of it, so I need to go back and watch the first one again. So I can get context clues for a lot of stuff, even though I understand the context clues like vaguely. But I ended up watching the first and the second, and then most of the third yesterday. I got like halfway through the third, but like when I was in the second movie, I just kept like getting distracted because I was in the middle of working on plotting Sage a Story, the first book, yesterday. I just kept like, I think at one point I was listening to Writing About Dragons and shit, watching the Star Wars New Hope and working on this at the same time. My brain, the way it works. And I was like not fully focused on any single one of them, because I find it really hard sometimes to focus on anything, but I need all of it all at once. So that was my evening last night. I watched some of the Star Wars trilogy, and then today I just finished it. Finished the original Star Wars trilogy, which is crazy. I did it, and it was so good. Why am I peeling this off? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. It was so good. What the shit? It got me at the end. But yeah, I've now seen the original trilogy, and I'm going on a little bit of a Star Wars binge. I think tonight when I get home from Mom and Dad's, I'm gonna watch The Phantom Menace, because I kind of like these movies, guys. I kind of like them. I don't know why. I just never realized how much of a nerd I am. I guess I like didn't conceptualize it properly. Even though like y'all know I'm a nerd. I know I'm a nerd. I guess I'm a Star Wars nerd now, which is great. I really enjoyed that movie. It was really great. I'm gonna watch all of it, and I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian as much as I can of the content that I have. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly make my way through Star Wars. Maybe it's because I'm in like a sci-fi mood because I was reading The BLIGHTED STARS. Maybe that's why. So I finished that yesterday and I was like, I want more sci-fi. Maybe subliminally my mind was like, Star Wars though? How about Star Wars though? And it was a great time. I'm really glad I did that. But yes, I did also work on Sage's trilogy. I plotted all the way to the midpoint, and I've decided to make it multi-POV because I can't apparently write something that's not multi-POV. And then because of that, I also needed to look into the 2 main other POV characters that I am and figure out their arcs, because I want them to obviously be like fleshed out, not just there to tell some of the story. They're gonna have their own story as well. So I kind of did that a little bit, just thought about them a bit. I wrote that in here. It was a very productive, brainwavy evening And then I watched a lot of Star Wars content. Yeah, now it's about 2:30, so I think I'm going to spend the next hour and a bit reading the JASAD HEIR. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I was on chapter 2. So that's my Sunday so far. I'm going over to Mom and Dad's later for dinner. It's going to be a good one, but yeah. What a day. What a day. I really enjoyed those movies. That was great. And it got me. The ending got me. And I love the Ewoks. Why are the Ewoks so cute? Why are they so cute? I don't understand. Why did they make them so cute? I love them so much. I'm just gonna hang out here now and read some of the JASAD HEIR. God, she's a nut. Sweet Pea. Hi. Hello, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. Hi. Sweet girl, come here. Come here. Come here. Yes, it's a good girl. Oh, what's in the bag? Oh, what's in the bag? What's in there? Oh, my goodness me. Y'all, this was good. This is so often pitched as a romantasy on the internet, but it is not. Like, there's a thread of a romance in here, but that is not the main plot line. And romantasy is a romance fantasy. It is a, like, heavily focused on the romance fantasy book, right? This is not that. This is a political, tightly knit fantasy that has the like trope of the like lost princess sort of trope. So it follows Sylvia, who is an orphan. 10 years ago, the kingdom of JASAD burned, and she is of this kingdom. And she is believed to be dead. Her true name is believed to be dead. And she was kind of captured and trained by this really terrible person for like 5 years, which gave her a lot of trauma, like between the death of her kingdom and then when she comes to the city that she's in, or the town that she's in at the beginning of this. And at the beginning of this, she's been hiding in this place for like 5 years. She doesn't really have any strong ties. Like, she tries not to have strong ties, but like despite that, like people have been like wheedling their way into her cracks of her like armor, you know? So it's this moment where Sylvia has these like cuffs, and I can't figure out if they are cuffs around her arms or if they're like cuffs up around something, because to me, homegirl would have them visible if they were on her, like if they were cuffs, like handcuffs. But the way that they're described is that they are handcuffs. And I know this is also written by an Arab American? Who is Sarah Hashim, or whatever her name is, Hashim, American Egyptian writer. So, and she, from the, she's wearing a hijab, right? So assuming that maybe she's put her characters in really like in modest clothing. So like her ladies are always wearing sleeves, but there's a moment in here where homegirl Sylvia rips the sleeves off of something, off of a tunic, so that she can move easier. So I'm like, obviously people would be seeing these cuffs, you know? So that's a little bit of an interesting thing. But the cuffs were put on her as a very, very small child to control her magic, essentially. So like all the Jasadi in here have magic that like you can see it visibly in your eyes, like their whole body controls it, and it is a very finite resource in their body that like refills over time. And every Jasadi has a different amount of this magic. But homegirl, her magic has been cuffed off with these like magical cuffs so that like it doesn't show itself. In very, very dire moments, it'll like flash out of her, and it hasn't in like a decade at the beginning of this book. It has not. But at the beginning of this book, something happens to a little girl that she's like taken under her wing, and homegirl loses it. Her magic breaks free and like throws a knife at the guy who's like who like tossed the little girl in front of horses. Like the girl's getting like mauled by horse or like trampled by horses. And so Sylvia, magically throws a knife at this guy. And in the moment, nobody sees the magic except for this guy who is her like mighty enemy guy. The how do they say it? The JASAD heir. And so the JASAD heir has come to this place because he's searching for a champion. And now each of the heirs of the 4 kingdoms, I'm gathering this as kingdoms in my brain, they have to pick a champion to like win something. It's kind of like this game thing. So in this moment, the JASAD heir clocks her as a Jasadi, which is illegal to be. All Jasadi will basically just be killed at this point because the kingdom was destroyed because of what they were doing with magic and how much more powerful they were. They were just completely destroyed. No one else has magic except for the Jasadi. But the Jasadi, there's obviously refugees and stuff, so like people get away, and this heir is like part of hunting them down and stuff. When he sees her do this magic, he, in the moment of like when the guy who gets stabbed, who is another one of the heirs of like a different kingdom or whatever, is going to basically put this woman down for attacking him, put her down like execution style. The Aaron, his name is Arin, the JASAD heir, he steps in and claims her, Sylvia, as his champion. So she has to go with him to train to be his champion. And also because he knows that she's a Jasadi, he has ulterior motives as to why he won't just outright kill her, because that's like the thing they do in this kingdom. Like he needs her help to track down these like rogue Jasadi. I almost like equate them to like gangs in my head. They're like 2 separate moving entities of people who are trying to track Sylvia down. And they are killing other Jasadi, and they're making a lot of shit for things. Like it's just a weird situation. There's so much going on in this. And so it's a true enemies to lovers, because there is not an inkling of attraction in the first like 60% of this book from our main girl. Like she does not even describe this man as attractive, because you know there's like in the enemies to lovers books that we get nowadays, it's more often than not it's it's this animosity towards one another, but like, oh my god, he's so hot though, like why does he just make me so mad? And then like in 20% of the book they're already kissing and fucking each other, right? No, this is true enemies, because they do not like each other. He has this weird curse on him that's not magic, but it makes him be able to sense magic by touch. And in that, she learns that he can also drain magic through touch. But her magic, he can't drain, and he can't sense it at the beginning. But because of her cuffs, but when she like has it really close to the surface, he can sense it, and it drives him to insane. It just does something. And the 2 of them have this like really intense, is he gonna strangle her and snap her neck kind of a situation. Like it is truly, they hate each other. She does not want to be there. It's this really interesting combination. So like first 60% of this book, there is not an inkling of romance at all. It is just this like plot to figure out what's going on with the Jasadi, and also with these like rogue Jasadi, and also like kind of unfurling the training bits and trying to get Sylvia's magic to respond properly, even though it's locked by these cuffs, because she just doesn't have control over it, right? And she has to figure out like what triggers it, like how she can use that to her advantage in these trials that are coming up. I didn't realize this was a trial book, and it's not even really a trial book. It's just so politically charged, and it was so fantastically written. I'm baffled. I do have some questions about some stuff, because there's some moments in here where our girl like slips into dreamlike states. Sylvia like kind of slips into dreamlike states where I don't know if that's what, maybe that's what the author was doing. Just clicked in my head. Oh, never mind. We're good. I'm not gonna spoil that for you. There's a few little things that I'm just like, okay, I wish I had a little bit more of this. I wish we had gotten to know more of Selah and Marek. I love her, like Sylvia's friends. I love Sylvia's friends so much. I want to know more about them. I'm so intrigued by this magic system that they have in here, because it doesn't really have rules as to what kind of magic it is. Like it's not fire magic. It's not force magic. It's not like water magic or anything specific like that. It seems like they can do it all. And the only rules we really get is the like, you have a limited amount in you. Every Jasad has a limited amount inside of them, because a lot of the Jasad that we see in this are drained. They do really big magic moments and they are drained very dramatically of it. So like those are the only real rules. And then we have our homegirl Sylvia, who is crazy fucking powerful, but her magic is being locked away for so much of this. And homegirl Sylvia is like, the stuff that she can do, she can stop time, but she can also just freeze like single people in time for like a minute at a time kind of a thing. Like she can halt a beast attacking and escape kind of a thing. And she can also set fire to shit, and she can do very different things. And I don't know the rules of this magic system yet, but there are some rules, which I quite like. That's very interesting to me. And I don't know if this is a duology or if this is a trilogy, but I am excited to see where this goes. Honestly, like it was giving me at the beginning, it was giving me a little bit of the Stardust Thief. It was giving me a little bit of the Empire of Exiles, no, and Ember in the Ashes by JASAD HEIR. And it was also giving me a little bit of a book that I DNF'd last year because it was doing the enemies to lovers really bad. And it was stupid. It was just like a really badly written YA book, Night of the Raven, Dawn of the Dove. It was giving me like a little bit of a flavor of that, but like in a really good way. And I think because I fell into it so hard, equating this with the Stardust Thief and the Ember in the Ashes in my head, just the way of like, this girl is from a rebel family. Oh, even like the Jasmine Throne, like it's giving hidden person of extreme power, you know, which is a trope in the Jasmine Throne as well. So, oh God, this is really good. I'm gonna have to really sit on it and like think on it and see if like this is just the euphoria of finishing a book, but like, this is really good. Oh my God. Anyways, now it is almost 2 a.m. and I'm jazzed because this is a good book and this ending. Oh, I don't even know when we're getting the second one, but I need to know. Anyways, finish another book. Love that for me. I powered through it tonight, even though I wanted to watch Phantom Menace. I didn't end up doing that because my audiobook was going to vanish in the morning. So I needed to finish that because it's on Libby. I needed to finish the audiobook before it vanished on me. So I powered through it. I read for 7 hours today. That's how much the audiobook told me I read for, which I love that Libby does that. I love that Libby tells you how much you've read for, because then I can put that in my tracking properly. Anyways, my beautiful friends, that's been my day. It's been a relaxing day. I haven't done anything for my books yet, or Sage's story today. I did get to the midpoint last night. I also sound extremely stuffed up right now. I'm just realizing. I think for the first time in my life, I'm being affected by like spring allergy stuff, because like I can't breathe out of my nose, and I haven't been able to for a couple months on the one side, which is the most annoying. So maybe I need some antihistamines or something. I'm gonna go sit in bed now and just like wind down. But what a time. Oh my God, I meant to tell you guys are gonna be, because this is going up on Tuesday, you guys need to know this. There is a Cozy the Day Away sale that is being hosted by Karen Nagel, KarrynNagel, who is the author of Guarding Gus, which is a cozy fantasy series. She has created this sale that's happening. Go to my TikTok, because I have some videos that are up that are tagging that creator, and you can find out all of the information through her. There's a Discord, which is amazing and has just been like overhauled. That's like the best place where you can find all the information and like authors who are participating, even though Karen is going to be releasing like a list of who's participating on the day of, which is April 26th, which is Friday. It's a cozy fantasy sale. So it's kind of like a Stuff Your Kindle day, but it's more than that, because it's not just Kindle, even though my books are exclusive to Kindle. So my books are going to be part of the sale. A second story is going to be free as an ebook. I've run a free book promotion, so I think it's across all the Amazon sites. I could be wrong. I really hope it's not, but it's a free book promotion that doesn't have a like centered hub of a site, because when I run a Kindle countdown, which is what I've done with A Little Luck, I've run 2 Kindle countdowns, and you can only do them in 2 different marketplaces, which is the US and the UK. So you can get A Little Luck for 99 cents in the US and in the UK on those Amazons. I mean, you can get them through Canada on those Amazons as well, or you can get them from wherever else in the world through those Amazons. You just have to pay the conversion rate, I guess. And you just have to have like an Amazon account for each of those, which is totally, you can do that because they're ebooks. It's fine. You can get those there, and a second story is free. But there's also going to be physical books So paperbacks and hardcovers offered up like on authors' sites. And there's also going to be audiobooks for sale. And everything is at least 50% off, up to like 90% off, or free, like mine are. Like a second story is going to be. So a second story is free on Friday if you want to pick up an ebook of that. You definitely should, and make my little heart so happy. And then A Little Luck, if you want to tack on the sequel, is going to be 99 cents in a lot of places. That's very exciting. But yes, so many cozy authors participating. I think there's 40 plus authors participating this Friday, and it's just going to get bigger because this is the first one that's ever being held. And there's 3 more planned for this year after this one, so 4 planned in total. I'm so excited about it. But yes, I will hopefully remember to leave Karen's Instagram or TikTok or something, or maybe even the website that it is, in the description. But if I don't remember, go to my TikTok. You can go into my link tree that's tagged in the description. It's always tagged in the description. Go to my TikTok and find my most recent videos about the Cozy the Day Away sale, and you can find Karen through that and like go through there. But it's gonna be so fun, and I need to tell you all because you guys need to get prepared, because this Friday, April 26th, the sale is going on. I have my books put up for sale from the 25th to the 28th, just to make sure that everyone has a chance to get it, because it, you know, time zones, and like what if people forget about the sale and they only hear about it like later. So mine are up for a couple days, but like the big sale is the 26th, and that's so exciting. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed, finish 2 books this weekend, look at me go, and plotted Sage's story up to the midpoint. The first book, up to the midpoint. We love to see it. Hello, beautiful people. Happy Monday. I am home from work. I have packages to open, and I thought it would be fun to open it with you, because why did I throw that? I need that. Because I got not only some stickers and some of my journal ephemera that I get from the same shop. It's from Unbound Designs, Canadian. She's from Ontario. She has the best ephemera ever. Journal ephemera. I love her stuff so much. And it's all just little things that I journal with. Like, it's these packages of things that I journal with. And I got 4, and then she gave me a little extra, which is a gift for the delay, which is so sweet because it really even wasn't delayed. It was so quick. It got here so fast. So I got these, which is amazing, and some stickers, and I got my case for this, and I got pop sockets. So, you know what that means? We get to decorate this bad boy. How do I get into this? Oh, I don't need to perform surgery. I just open it. I'm excited. So I got a clear case, because of course I did, off of Amazon for my Kobo. Is very exciting. Hopefully it fits. Because if it doesn't, I won't be sad. And then I have some journal stuff and some stickers, which is so exciting. From a different shop. Let me get the name of the shop because they're amazing. I followed them on TikTok and I was like, I just have to. They're from Mossy Pine, by Mossy Pine. Their website is bymossypine.com, so BYMOSSYPINE.com. And there was another, it's always in here. She gave me a little extra mushy sticker, which I'm obsessed with. But I went on her website oh, it's so cute. Specifically because I saw these stickers. It's a cat in cowboy boots. And it's a cat drinking a tea. I'm obsessed with them. So I love them so much. I'm going to use them. And then there's also this really pretty sticker sheet that I got that I think is nice. And then I'm going to use for journaling closer in the fall. And I also got this art print, which I think is just so adorable. Again, for journaling. Anyways, so I got those stickers. I'm so fucking obsessed with these little guys. They're gonna go on a Kobo. Anyways, while we're here, yeah, this weekend was so good. I ended up reading 2 books, as you guys know. I rated The BLIGHTED STARS by Megan O'Keefe 4.5 stars, and I rated the JASAD HEIR 4 stars. After running it through Pawpaw, I rated both of them 4 stars. I just think they were both such fantastic reads, and I highly recommend, if you're looking for some, that's not really a better angle, but it's something. If you're looking for really hooking, compulsive reads in either the fantasy genre or the sci-fi genre, I think they're both fantastic, and quite a good choice if you decide to go that way. This is the case. She's clear. Oh yeah, she's gonna fit she's gonna fit beautifully. It's squishy. Oh, I love it. It's gonna fit so nicely. So, and then I have a couple pop sockets. These are like knockoff pop sockets, but I wanted to get a couple just for like options, and they were cheaper. These 3 were cheaper than one normal brand pop socket, and like no one was saying that they pop off really easy, and they have like the 3M strip on the back. So I have hopes that these will be good. And I'm glad that I got multiple, because I think with the way that I read, I think I want one on one side and one on the other side. Maybe, okay, see like here and here, because when I have it in my right hand, the buttons are on this side, but when I have it in my left hand, the buttons are on this side because it like turns. So I think I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to do something fancy with the pop sockets. But anyways, my friends, what a great weekend. Definitely I got a lot of work done on Sage's story too. I got plotted up to the midpoint. So excited about that. I don't know. I don't even know what to think. Like my brain just wants to write that story, and I keep making clips for my writing vlog for it, and it's just like 20-minute long clips because I can't stop talking about this story and like the process and stuff like that. So I'm very, very excited to be doing that. Yes, my friends, I think I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna do a TikTok decorating my Kobo, so that if you want to go see that, go follow me on TikTok. And remember that Friday, April 26th, this Friday is the Cozy the Day Away sale. So definitely go find out everything you can about that. Join the Discord because it's a great time over in that community. And I hope you guys find amazing cozy books. And I hope you might be even interested in mine. If you haven't grabbed a copy yet, this is your chance, because a second story is going to be free. And then if you live in the US or the UK, you can also grab a little luck for 99 cents, which is amazing. But anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching this weekend. It was so lovely. I'm so glad that you're here, and I love you guys so deeply. I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.